Hello and welcome to the journey to Easter. Today is Wednesday of the third week of Lent. The great spiritual writer C.S. Lewis once wrote, "Integrity is doing the right thing even when no one is watching." Jesus in today's gospel from Matthew tells the leaders of the church, he says, "Think not that I have come to abolish the law and the prophets. I have come not to abolish them, but to fulfill them." I think it's real important to understand, Jesus' mission, Jesus' purpose, when it came to understanding the law. I know the Pharisees and the church leaders, they were always trying to trip him up, and they were always trying to, get him to go against the law or to show that maybe he was breaking the law. But you see, Jesus had a strong reverence, for God and a strong reverence for God's law. He had reverence for the Lord's Day. Taking time in that day to remember the Lord, to pray, to worship. He had a respect for parents. He had a respect for life. He had a respect for property, for another person's good name. Respect for oneself and for one's neighbor. Now, reverence and respect for God's commandments is what Jesus exemplified and what he calls us to do. There wasn't an abolishing of it. It was, no, this is what's going to guide your life. This is what's going to keep you, on the straight path. And I just love that, quote from C.S. Lewis, when he talks about following the law, when he talks about integrity for the law. Because I know so many of us, we like to follow the law when other people are watching because, wow, isn't that a great thing? But it's when you do something when someone is not watching, when others are not watching, it really shows your true reverence for God's command in God's law. And I think in some sense that's our challenge. It's just to have that reverence for what God calls us to do and to follow. And it will make a difference in how we treat others, in how we treat ourselves and treat every day and live every day. Is to have that respect and reverence for the law by doing the right thing. Just doing the right thing. So on your journey through Lent and your journey to Easter, I want you to think about that. Do you have a reverence for God's commandments, for his laws? Do you respect them and make them a part of your life so that they lead you to do the right thing? Because that's what draws us closer to being a good disciple, a faith-filled disciple, doing the right thing. Have a great day. And have a great journey to Easter.